Hi, I'm Nathan. I go by Peteparker, and every week I do comic book reviews because that's the rule around my house. If I want to keep buying them, then I got to review them online. So this review is going to be for Flashpoint number 3. You may be a little confused because of the giant Project Superman revealed right underneath Flashpoint right here that's going on there. But don't worry about that. It's really just the Flashpoint issue. You're going to be alright. This is written by Jeff Johns, drawn by Andy Kubert, and Sandra Hope. Or Sandra? Who knows? So you get some pretty big reveals in here. This is the first time that you ever really see the Cyborg character, who I extremely don't care about, and even more so don't care about even after reading this. But this is the first time you really see him and see how powerful he is, how important he is. But that's really not the focus of the story, and that's not what makes this story awesome. What really makes this story awesome is what happens to the Flash here. Some more Batman development issues here. There's some mention of him being old. One problem I did have with this Batman is that it's Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's father or whatever. And if you look at his face, if you can see his face, you probably can't see, that's probably too blurry. He looks relatively young for this being the same time that Bruce would have been an adult and been being Batman. I would think that he would look way older, especially like in the jowl area, which is all you really see, which would also be more interesting too. Flash is trying to get his powers back, and then he has to use them to convince everybody else, using Batman, to join together to try to stop this from happening, because he believes that the next step is to get the JLA or whatever, the major players, back together so that they can stop this from happening or whatever. He makes his own new costume there, and Bat Dad doesn't seem all that interested in it. It's alright. Let's see. What else happens in here? Oh, you get the final reveal. Like they say, Project Superman revealed. So if you're wondering who Superman is in this reality and what happened to him, he's in here, and it's very different. I don't know that I'd love the take on it. I almost like it as much as I like the Cyborg character, but I think it has potential to grow. I will give you that they even talk about Crypto, the dog, the super dog. Isn't that sad? He's dead. He was, I guess when they found him or whatever, they eventually killed him. Or maybe he just died of old age because he didn't get sun exposure or whatever. But it's kind of interesting. They break out Superman from wherever he was, and then Superman takes off and leaves them to be, leaves them to themselves, leaves them to be hit up by all these, look at that weird Superman face over there. But yeah, these are all the guys that were guarding Superman and are pissed that Cyborg, Batman, and Flash broke out Superman. You know, parts of this story are really great. The Flash parts where he's trying to figure out what's happening and trying to get his powers back, like, the artwork is great in those parts. They got also Batman kind of falling to his death, and you wouldn't think that he'd be falling to his death at any point. You'd think he always has those things that prevents him from falling onto spikes, all those gadgets and whatnot. But the Flash part was really great. The Cyborg part was really bad. I don't like Cyborg, I guess. And the Superman part was really weird. So it's hard to say that the whole thing was really great, but it's easy to compare this to the Fear Itself event that's happening in Marvel that came out the same week. And this is definitely the stronger of the two events, I think. It's definitely more interesting. It's got more plot twists. They're taking more risks about it, which is all great. It's just that I kind of feel like the artwork is lacking a little bit, and I feel like they're also trying to inject these characters that aren't really that big of a hit manually into this book. Now, to me, the main book itself should be about Flash, who knows that this is all wrong, getting with Batman at the same time that we're seeing what's happening with Wonder Woman and Aquaman. But those things don't happen in this book. It's all about other stuff. And maybe it's just this issue. But I liked it. I thought it was alright. I don't think it's great by any stretch of the imagination. There was no part where I was like, oh, that's awesome. Well, maybe one or two parts. Where Flash gets his powers. Oh, the Resistance might have been a big thing for people. But I don't know. I don't know any of those characters, so it didn't really matter. I was really hoping also that this Flash here would continue to wear the mummy bandages while he's running really fast and using his Flash powers. I thought that'd be pretty awesome, but no, he made his own costume. He's back into his regular, kind of boring Flash costume that he's always wearing. Everybody else goes through changes, everybody else has different stuff, but he seems to always have the same Flash costume. But I don't know. I like the Flash character. Anyway, what to give this issue? It's really a solid 3 out of 5 because there's nothing really awesome, incredible about it, but it's not bad. It's kind of the run-of-the-mill. And you would kind of expect for these main series event books to be super incredible, but this one just kind of wasn't. The last one was better, and maybe the next one will be. I think the banking on the fact that Superman looks weird and Superman is different in here, the reveal about that was going to be boom, big, and better for this book in general, but it didn't really come across that way to me. It was more like, hey guys, what's up? Alright, I'll go with you, and that's it. I don't know. See, look how shocked they all are to see what he looks like, and it wasn't that shocking for me. I don't know. It's kind of gross looking, though. Maybe. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 5. It's hard-pressed to give it anything better than that, even though it's obviously trying to be better than that. There you go, Flashpoint. Same as Fear Itself, not getting the best reviews as the giant event book. There's definitely a lot of other books out there that are doing really cool stuff and cool stories that are better than this stuff, sadly. I want these event books to be the best part of my summer, but they're not turning out to be that yet. And maybe we're just partway through and not even to the meat of it yet, but still. Anyway, if you like my reviews, if you want to check out my other ones, look for Spidey207 without the E on YouTube, or check out any reviews by Peteparker on either Comic Vine or Marvel and DC databases, or the iFanboy site. All great sites. In any case, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.